boys.
We do what we do.
This is going to be a little taste, a little bit of what I think we're going to get into tonight. Because man, it's you all agree it's been way too long.
I think I can go 3 more months. I'll see it then.
Yeah, we can make it a full year. And on that note,
or cooking.
Welcome to Nerdentials, your weekly dose of the nerdy essentials covering film, TV, video games, and comic books. I'm your host, Joe Tweeden, long but not forgotten. And joining me tonight in the Nerd Circle, it's been sadly an unfortunate 8-month hiatus, but I would like to welcome back my brothers in arms, the Nick Thomas. Welcome, sir. And with him in the same room this time, the Ryan Coon.
Hello there.
Boys, it's been a minute.
A few.
It's been a figuratively long minute. To be precise, April of 2022, I believe, was our last episode. But not our last episode, just the last one we uploaded.
Oh,
well, okay. So it's my goal that by the time anyone's hearing this, I'm gonna release a flashback episode, an unaired episode 126. It was actually, if y'all can bear with me, the Stranger Things season 4 deep dive.
no.
Yeah, a lot of things happened, guys. Just to let our viewers know, back beginning of summer 2022, I made a huge life change. I uprooted my whole family from the Northwest, and literally, without being specific, traveled halfway across the country.
You moved to Florida.
That's not half. That's all the way across the country.
It's the same thing.
From one corner to the other.
Okay.
Might as well be there.
Name one.
Might as well be.
Belong to America.
You know, I could have gone to Hawaii, but I didn't do that. That's not quite halfway across the country.
Belongs to America.
Dude, do I need to censor you early? Like, I don't know where you're going with that.
I don't know either. This is.
I kid though, of course. But I went through a big long move period, and Matt, Nick, even Ryan, but I won't necessarily throw him under the bus. All of us got schedule changes, life changes. Life hit us with a ton of bricks. And as a result, we kind of unceremoniously took a hiatus. If you are an old listener, we apologize. But the boys are back. I'd like to play that jingle, and we'll see if I can get away with it. But no, but like, you know, and we don't have a dedicated schedule yet. We're gonna at least every couple weeks come back for a solid episode. Still doing this for fun, still a hobby. No living being made here. But guys, I don't know. Do either of you, like, we can cut to the chase and get to some of the content. Do either of you want to give us the TDLR of the last 8 months of what you've been up to, casually, to anyone that cares? You know, like, what have you guys been up to since last we podcasted?
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of fucking gaming, tabletop and in video games. I really got deep into Warhammer the past couple months.
I am so sorry about that. I know. I've been Part of my sob story will be I've been working so much. That's all part of the tragedy of us not recording. But go on. Warhammer.
As for the past couple months, I've been playing a lot of video games. I spent a lot of time in Hogwarts Legacy once it dropped.
Oh God!
And since yesterday, Resident
We're
Evil.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk, dude.
I've been playing a few other ones. I got back into Guilty Gear Strive recently. Been brushing up my Nagoriyuki fighting game skills, which are very mediocre at best.
It's a good place to do it.
I started a horror novel.
Ooh.
It takes place in Southern Oregon. It is based on a ranger outpost in the dead of winter as strange things begin to happen around the 8 p.m. when it is pitch black and the winter solstice.
Dude. I'm interested. Color me interested, dude.
I'll give you guys some early drafts before it's finished.
Hell yeah, dude. I want some notes. I want some deets. That sounds cool. So that's your general summary, sir?
For the most part.
Nick?
There's a lot of other games. We could be here for like 20 minutes of me just sitting here listing games I've been playing.
Well, I thought after we do some brief reintroductions here, we'll jump through kind of quick fire all our key categories, movies, TV, gaming, and just kind of tell people what we've been up to and what we recommend, for the episode. Yeah. But Nick, I want to toss over to you, dude. Like, I feel a little heartbroken for part of your last 8 months, but like, what else have you been into or up to? How's it been going? You watching a game in the background?
I've had a lot of crazy things happen. A lot of not so good things, but a lot of changes in my life. We recently purchased our home on wheels. Me and the family now live in a trailer.
Homes where the heart is, Nick. Homes where the heart is.
Especially in today's market.
But you know what? It's our trailer.
That's right. That's right, bro. That's right.
I have not touched a video game since July 4th weekend.
Did you guys feel that sting?
Not by choice, because of circumstances. I haven't had a chance to. But luckily, I've been able to stay caught up on some TV series, some movies, some stuff like that. So I'm still tied into culture somehow. I also joined in with these nice fellas doing some Warhammer. They got me into a new hobby that
is very expensive.
Spending.
The actual miniatures Warhammer.
That's what we're talking about. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like last weekend, we were up till I didn't get home till 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah, we ended the game at like 3:30.
Yeah. No.
Wow.
And it was exhausting.
But it was
fun. Yeah, it was fun. But at the end,
I would see glimpses of the sun where I'm at.
Yeah, I should probably go touch grass at some point. Sun outside of working forever.
So that's pretty much me. Just working my butt away.
Trying to make changes.
What?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Making changes. Yeah.
What about you, Joe?
No, dude, we need to get you back in, bro. But like, my story's a little similar with Ryan's as far as gaming, dudes. I more so in this last month, but like once I moved, we realized the economy, we're not going to get into it. We don't like talking politics and shit, but like the economy kind of has sucked for everyone. No matter where you go, even places that were cheap are slowly rising. And because of that, I had to go into overtime, and thankfully I found a job that is very open to overtime and letting me come in and work more. It sucks physically on doing so, but yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You know, the wife has been looking for work that she can do opposite of my schedule. You know, because we don't have any babysitters. We don't know anyone where we're at, so we're trying to find a balancing schedule situation, and she has a couple promising options coming up, so hopefully that'll work out, and maybe I don't have to work 60 hours a week. And if we can get down to that, I can help be a little more consistent with this podcast. But that being said, in the spare moments of my time off and realizing, well, I can't commit to editing podcasts and gaming videos and all this crap that I've enjoyed and dreamed of doing over these last 6 years. Any of you old viewers that are still with us, God bless you. But, you know, I had to kind of just simmer down and reevaluate, well, what can I do with what little time I have right now? And gaming is a very self-soothing option. If you have it, my heart still goes out to you, Nick, regarding gaming, because circumstantially you have not had a great opportunity to do so. But I can't share with Nick. I will openly admit that, and I do it with all the hope in the world that he can benefit from that. So it's my hope in the future, near future, that you can go to town, because Ryan, I went deep over the last 2 months, and I was like, because I was working so many hours, I was actually able to kind of casually buy the latest game that came out each month since December. I was working 6 days a week, 10 to 12 hours a shift. And, you know, that sucks. But in the time I had, I was able to, and if you guys go to our gaming channel, shameless plug in this moment, but like, you'll see the latest games, including Hogwarts, which I only put 20 hours in. My wife put 60 plus because that was her jam. that was her jam. And she's waiting for May or June to roll around for Tears of the Kingdom. That's the Breath of the Wild Zelda sequel. And
the Wild sequel.
Oh, I never played Breath.
Oh, it's so good.
I will lose her to that, but thankfully that's on the Switch, so she can have that while I stay on my Xbox.
Yeah, like, as long as she's in the same room as you didn't really lose her.
Oh, no. And like, when I played Hogwarts, she was in the room with me, and she was enjoying watching me do it.
Like,
you know,
Princess was fucking banging. It's literally like almost a sequel to Ocarina of Time.
No, wait, I did play Twilight Princess at Phil's house.
Okay.
Played it with Phil, yeah.
Yeah, we'll get you on Zelda. We'll get you on Zelda soon.
Yeah, let's see.
Breath of the Wild is amazing. It's not your typical Zelda, though.
So, Hogwarts. I actually did some backlog playing because I was like, I don't know if this will be good for content, but, you know, during the day, older kids are at school. I got my little one sitting there on her tablet. Shoot, let's load up something old. I didn't realize how much I played, and I started remembering a lot of it, but I went back and played Batman Arkham Asylum, the remastered edition, because the trilogy became on sale a couple weeks ago for like,
I think it was like a month ago, wasn't it?
$15 for all three of them. I was like,
trilogy. What do you classify that as?
Trilogy, 3 games. Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham City, and Batman Arkham Knight, all made by Rocksteady, and that is a trilogy made by the developer Rocksteady. The Batman Arkham Origins is a prequel made by a separate developer, all of them published under the WB logo, but the Origins Batman game is a prequel, and it's made by a different group.
But Gotham Knights is a separate thing, but
Gotham Knights is also released by WB, and it is in the Arkham universe. It's been confirmed. It's in the Arkham universe, but it takes place after Batman dies. And it's about the Bat family. Nightwing, Robin, and Batgirl, and who's the red guy?
Red Hood.
Red Hood from
Really?
Batman Arkham Knight. He was the villain / whoa twist at the end, which I have not played that whole game all the way through, so I'm not going to say it.
Jensen is Batman now.
What?
Yeah. One of the most recent animated movies, Jensen.
Makes sense.
A lot's happened,
I think
Nick. But anyway,
I think he might be actually playing Batman as well soon. There's been rumors about that. I'm not saying.
Anyway, we're getting a little too deep in the weeds. We'll probably veer back later and cover a couple more things about gaming, but like that's been all I've done. I've tried, and I do have a short list of shows and some movies that I've gotten a chance to watch. So we'll dive into that. So we did introductions. Let's do some quick transitions here, and let's just even Ryan, if you don't got anything for these categories, you're cool. I think Nick will be the primary speaker for these, for at least movies. Maybe, I don't know. You can pipe in on anything you've caught up with or watched. I have something in movies to share.
Okay.
That's not new, but it's something I dived into recently. So, guys, now's a good time as any. If you guys are cool, we're going to jump into Movie Matters. Ryan, that was so perfect. That hand swipe.
On our end,
Okay, cool.
His end it was
cool because it was off to me.
No, you land on my end. I'm guessing that's how it's going to play back when I watch it. Is
mine's a little because I'm after you.
Your hand swiped right as I clicked it, and so for me, it was perfect. Guys, welcome to Movie Matters. The only thing that matters in this moment is the movies, and just that's off the cuff. Anyway, I know Nick has been watching a lot of different things, and so I want to get his. Nicholas.
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm sorry.
You're listening.
You dirty dog. There's no mute for you. You're in the same room. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, no. You don't got to do that. I was joking. Anyway, something I want to share real quick about something I dived into that's not new. And then I want to toss it off to Nick or Ryan, and you guys can share what you got. Something I realized as I was rewatching these films that I was like, I remember a lot of this. I don't remember the very first one. But what got me into this franchise of films, there are 6. They came out in the late 90s. Paul W.S. Anderson, is that his full name? I think Paul Wes Anderson. Resident Evil. So with the onset coming of Resident Evil 4, and on my gaming channel, I was like, now's a good time.
Doesn't matter. No, one of the first 2 were good.
No, okay, but let me explain, right? Like, and you can pipe in with your 2 cents about the movies. Absolutely, I'm curious how you think. But here's the thing: is I went into them knowing they're horrible.
Yeah, like if you go into them with that mindset, that's actually not bad at all.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like I went into it with the fandom perspective of I love Resident Evil and I know these movies are horrible. And while hardcore fans might say 1 and 2 are those are the best, the rest are just I'd say, dude, watching 1 in 2023 is like, wow, this might as well be a B movie. It might as well be a love letter to the thing that makes fans love Resident Evil, the quirks, and like the quirks.
Idea.
Yeah, the quirks of the films are vastly different from the quirks of the games, but I had a deep appreciation for the effort, the cheesy effort, the cheesemo effort of whatever freaking Anderson did for these films, and he's been the director for all of them. The thing is, I did. Okay, so I'm gonna try to make this a little shorter. I'm gonna try to tighten this up here. I have said on the show before on our podcast and other things that I only recently became like a really strong fan of the games kind of once Resident Evil 2 remake landed. Like Resident Evil 7 came out and me, Jeff, and Paul, our older crew from the early days of Nerdentials, did a couple Let's Plays with Matt, and those were fun and funny, but I never played through the rest of that game of 7, and I kind of never got into Resident Evil, past that. Then come the remake, Matt got it, so I tried it, he played it, we uploaded some Let's Plays of that. I got really interested in it, and then 3 came out, and that was my first full playthrough, was the 3 remake. After that, I was like, a Village just came out at that point after that. And I was like, all right. And I did a full playthrough on our channel of that. And at that point, I was sold on anything coming in the future, even to the point where I was like, I want to own all of them. When they go on sale, I'm going to start buying them. And I did. I ended up buying, 1 through 8 and the prequel 0, Resident Evil 0. I even bought the Codex Veronica spin-off. Yeah.
That was actually supposed to be the 3rd game.
Right. And like, I mean, I'm talking to like the true Resident Evil fan in our group here. So like
98 is when I started the series. I was 5. My dad got it home from Blockbuster.
Damn, and you know what's crazy is that whole byproduct I mentioned off air probably about my youngest kid being kind of like you have your first 2 kids, they're experimental, you're not sure how to handle things, and by the 3rd one you just kind of don't give a
I was first.
Yeah, well, and that's what I'm saying is like my youngest is only 5, and sorry, not sorry, I've let her watch all the Resident Evil gameplays. Like I've played Resident Evil 7 and 8 in front of her, and she's 5. So she's, granted, it's secondhand viewing. She's not focused on it, but I'm playing it and she sees it. It's whatever. She all my kids like scary stuff, but I became a true fan. And while I was in a kind of a drought waiting for Resident Evil 4 remake to come out, which is out now, my mind's
right before we started,
blown, and I'm frustrated that I'm broke right now. Because I've been able to buy every new release over the last 3 months, and I'm like, crap, the 1 week I didn't do overtime was the week this stupid thing came out. You're not on Xbox now, you're doing PC.
I don't know how that is.
Because I'd be like, Ryan, account share with me briefly, but on PC.
What you doing on Xbox?
Yeah, I could account share.
He's doing it on Xbox.
Oh my god, okay. Before you go to bed, please share. If it's on Xbox, do an account share, dude, because like I want to put out some videos on it.
Yeah, I can do that.
I've been stupidly hyping it up on our gaming channel, saying, oh man, I can't wait for this to come out, and it's the weekend that it's out and I'm not playing it.
Yeah, I can game share with you after this.
I would love you to death, dude.
I should just send you the...
Yeah, work on that. We got so sidetracked. So the movies.
Yeah, the movies.
That's what I watched, all of them. Okay, I need to finish number 6. And you know what? Those whole streamers. Netflix has 1, 2, 4, and 5. The finale to each trilogy is not available anywhere. You have to rent them. And I'm like, you mother truckers. Really? Netflix has the first 2 of each, set of movies. And it's like, and Mila Jovovich, the star created just for the movies, character Alice. Like, I freaking love her, dude. And like, I know it's over the top stupid, but man, I've enjoyed these. I've enjoyed these movies, dude. Thank you, Mr. Ryan. Love you. Mwah. Anyway, Chef's Kiss on the films. I know all of them are horrible, and fans might argue the first 2 are the best. And like, yeah, sure, they are, rightfully so, because they're
in each movie. Like, I will say that there's something enjoyable in each movie, and it's its own thing in each movie too. It's like a slightly different thing in each movie.
And it's crazy because Jill, Leon,
No,
freaking,
Leon
oh
is
my
not in
god.
that series. Johann Erb is in that series.
No, hold on. Nick, do you remember the show Prison Break?
Oh, what's his
Talking
name?
about Wentworth Miller.
Thank you.
Yeah, he plays Chris Redfield, which at first I was like,
Hilarious.
that's freaking weird. But
Chris
I enjoyed his performance. I enjoyed his stupid performance either way. And they had Claire in there, and I was like, okay.
Dude, real quick sidetrack. I had already had a crush on Allie Larder before she was in that series.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Yeah, no, because she was in Heroes.
Day when that movie, the third movie, came out. That's what made that movie for me.
Anyway, like, okay, so as far as films go, like, I know I've seen some other things, and if it comes to my mind, I'll bring it up. But like, over the last couple months ago, I binged the first 5 Resident Evil films, knowing they were going to be bad. I looked at them as just B movies, and I had a good time. I had a hilariously good time. They had Wesker. They had all the main leads from all the games. They shoehorned them in there, and it was a fun ride.
Yeah.
And but anyway, that's what I've watched. I'm gonna pass it off to you guys, Nick or Ryan. You draw straws or argue. Who wants to talk about what you've watched movie wise?
I think Nick should, because he actually has movies.
Sure.
Relevant now. Like, I could tell you about another Resident Evil movie that disappointed me immensely, but I don't really want to bring the vibe down right now.
You know,
Resident Evil, you should bring it up.
Hey, well, on a side note, Ryan, like, okay, but in the future, we should totally, in the next, I don't know, a month or so, we should do like a dedicated Resident Evil episode where we talk about all the shit related. Like,
I can do that.
Because there's like 3
Death Island's coming out soon.
There's like 3, there's 3 CG animated films, 6 live action, and there's a series, a reboot series. Was it Netflix that tried to do it? Of Resident Evil?
One of the last things Lance Reddick was on, and that was the only reason to watch it. He was the only reason to watch that show. Really,
I'm so sad that we haven't kept up on podcasts because there are way too many people we've lost over the last year.
Joys are me.
But okay,
this workup. You could be riding high on the hog.
Give us the Nick was telling you, Ryan. Give us the spiel on this Resident Evil thing you've watched.
So, Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City, the way it was advertised to all.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
leaks and various things, the set pieces. And don't get me wrong, these set pieces were amazing. In that movie, they tried to get as close as they could to the actual games they're based on. But I think the issue with that was that they tried to cram 2 full games into one movie, being Resident Evil 1 and 2. And on top of that, they changed too much of what was actually happening in those games to make it work with them all being together now. That it turned into a more atrocious piece of shit than what the original movies were.
Damn.
Also, completely butchering some of the characters, turning Leon, instead of being a rookie cop, into an incompetent, jokey asshole who is the butt of most jokes.
Damn.
Claire stopped being the naive college student who becomes a badass. Chris was perfect. Robbie Amell was perfect. Robbie Amell was perfect. It was the best part of that movie. Yvonne Jogia, who played Leon, would have been amazing if they just had better writing. He was a great actor. He's always been a great actor. He's just bad writing. Some straight up Luke or Anakin Skywalker shit right there with sand lines and stuff.
Ah, damn. I hate sand.
It was good.
I hate how it feels.
CG, Robbie Amell. Top 3 things in that movie.
Okay, yeah, all right.
And that's my hot take.
I dig it. All right, let's toss over to Nick. Nick, what have you watched recently or since last week podcasted?
All right, recently movies. Anyone else actually has the possibility of watching this because it's on Disney Plus. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, released on Disney Plus.
Yep.
They actually, I really, really enjoyed it. I like where they went with it. I like the respect and reverence they paid to Chadwick Boseman.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm like, just
the way they did it was beautiful. They didn't allude to anything specifically, which was nice, but they did pay him the respects.
That makes me feel better.
And what that society would look like without him.
Damn.
They made some changes to Namor.
Okay.
So he is in the film.
I saw his acting.
I'm kidding. I know.
About it because I think he had said his nephews or something were asking like him about being in a Marvel movie, and he actually got to come out and say that he was Namor. Blew their mind. I could be kind of calling there, but I know it was his family.
Yeah. No, but they made changes to it. I think for purposes of being a little bit more inclusive, but
Probably.
And I think they also wanted to do it to make him differ that much more from Aquaman.
Good.
Sure. Yeah.
In comic books, they're so close.
Yeah.
So they
right.
make him different. But all in all, I liked the movie. I wouldn't say it was good as the first Black Panther movie, but it was still really good.
Good.
And basically what you're saying is when you lose an actor to the tragedy that we did with Boseman, they did the best they could without him.
Yeah, all the rewrites and reshoots that they had to do to make it worked in their favor.
Damn. Well, props to them for doing it.
There is a hole, but they did whatever they could to fill
it. Right.
Damn. What else did I watch? Avatar: Way of the Water.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm not trying to make a big deal or anything. How did either of you guys feel about the very first Avatar? I'm just curious. Like, you love it?
Yeah,
loved it.
Nick,
it was mind-blowing cinematography.
Yeah, it was fucking amazing. I loved it. Seeing in 3D was fucking awesome.
The storyline was, I thought it was fresh and original. It was a little bit tree huggish, but I still liked it.
Yeah, I mean, the good guys came in with the big mech suits and trying to get that tree metal or some shit. It was awesome.
So neither of you have ever seen Ferngully?
I've seen Ferngully.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know.
It's the go-to. It's the go-to slam against the story being original. It's like, really, this is Ferngully with aliens. So if you guys don't feel that way, that's fine. To be fair, only saw it once, and I saw it in 3D back in 2009. So like, I don't have a whole lot of room.
I was 16 when that came out. That was the coolest shit I'd seen.
That's fair. I probably have to rewatch it to reassess my feelings because it's been since 2009. So go on, continue. I didn't want to take away from.
There's something that has to be said. It was the first one was the highest grossing movie ever.
Yeah, I know.
Before that. The second one, it was really good. The storyline was not as good as the original. But I knew that they had to make some changes and had to go different routes to make it still pertinent and make it not the same movie over again.
Well, and he does have a planned like saga of movies. So,
but this movie, the cinematography actually stepped up another level, which was hard to believe it could happen. But I actually understand why it happened. A lot of people don't realize this. James Cameron, since he left doing movies a lot and kind of stepped away from everything, he's been doing nothing but underwater sea cinematography, doing underwater wildlife.
Go from Terminator to underwater wildlife.
He's like modern era Jacques Cousteau. right now.
Yeah.
And he's been creating technology to be able to record this stuff correctly, and it shows in the way it's portrayed. All the water scenes are amazing. Pardon my language.
Don't pardon mine, but his, yeah.
But yeah, no, it's beautiful. It's awesome. You get to see in the first one there's a lot of like prejudice based towards him being
part human.
Yeah. This one it dives deeper into that and dives deeper into his sense of protecting all his loved ones. So it touches a different part of your heart in this one.
Right. That's cool.
There's some surprises that I didn't expect to see in this, but I was pleasantly surprised they did it that well, and they made it work.
Hey, side question. I don't know. It's like I cut this out if it's too spoilery. But I'm just curious because I'm only like seeing glimpses online. Are there dark Na'vi alluded in this?
Dark Na'vi?
Whatever their species is. Sorry, maybe I might have said that wrong.
Are there people using avatars for nefarious reasons?
Or evil versions of the blue folk? I don't know how else to put it.
Evil versions of the blue folk? No.
The dark blue folk.
But here's the thing. The avatars themselves are people, things.
Right. Humans controlling.
There are bad people controlling avatars. Yes.
Okay. I just get that could be a teaser. We don't have to go into it.
You are correct. There are evil dark avatar.
Of their species that are evil?
Not like natural people. They're avatars.
Okay.
So all right.
Fake ones.
Yes and no.
What the?
Yeah.
I saw internet images of
that way they can like do.
So Nick, tell me if I'm wrong, or if this is just someone photoshopped or made it up. But I've seen images of like dark gray or black looking versions of these blue aliens from Pandora.
There's the greenish colored ones.
Okay, maybe.
But I wouldn't say black or grayish ones. No.
I'll have to look that up. It's probably irrelevant for this conversation, but you liked the movie.
I was close.
Yeah. Oh, I loved it.
Okay.
Well, like, and if you pay attention to like IMDb or anything,
yeah.
Let's put it this way. Stephen Lang is technically in part 2.
Oh. All right. You want to leave us with that?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it with that.
Okay. Are there any other notable highlights you want to
from that
chime in with?
No. There's, like I said, it was beautifully done. I like this one more for the cinematography than the storyline. But I also like the deeper message of the importance of family.
Okay. Yeah. I like that too.
All right, more movies.
Any other titles, sir?
Yes. What?
I don't have anything.
No, I have a few more.
Thor: Love and Thunder. I know it's a little further back, but you saw that?
See that? I remember that.
Oh yeah, I know. I know. It's been a minute.
Sorry, it's hard to process what was happening when the last time we recorded.
It's been too long.
Between
everything.
Give me your hot takes.
All at once.
I fucking love Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh, hold on. That's a separate movie.
Thor: Love and Thunder?
Yeah. No, everything all at once.
Thor: Love and Thunder was good.
I think it's talking about everything everywhere all at once.
I just brought that up.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he peppered it in, so I was like, what about that one? Anyway.
Thor: Love and Thunder I thought was a blast, but I really wish we could have had a little more time with Jane as Thor.
Be subtle.
Like,
I don't know. Like, we're not deep diving, so I don't want to be super spoilery because I know.
The trailer. If they haven't seen it, it's figure it out. It's like the first thing you see in the trailer is her coming back with.
No, I meant the amount of time we get with her might be. Spoilery.
Oh, I'm not going to say how long. I just said I wish I had more because I'm a huge
fair enough
fan of.
Sorry, fair enough.
Yeah,
it's Natalie Portman.
Yeah, I love Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
Remember that song?
No, I know. We kind of missed our windows for deep diving on some of these. Not that we can't as we go forward, but like
we could do that with Cocaine Bear and John Wick 4.
I just have to say this though.
Yes.
I was kind of annoyed that Thor: Love and Thunder, they tried like stealing the thunder from the original Shazam movie with the sharing of powers. I'm like, come on, you're really gonna do that now? Yeah. It was a direct.
It was a direct ripoff.
Yeah.
Huh.
I would agree.
Because I can't think of anywhere in the comic books that he's actually able to do that.
Yeah.
That is not a power of Thor.
It's weird they took that route.
Yeah.
Overall, though, highly recommend.
I enjoyed it.
What would you say on a 1 to 10 rating?
It was Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, it was.
Without his clothes.
It was Chris Hemsworth. That's my rating. My rating was Chris Hemsworth. You flick too hard.
No, I enjoyed the humor behind it. They kind of dove even deeper into the humor that they had from Ragnarok that everyone loved. And I think they kind of tilted too hard on it.
Director Taika Waititi came back for seconds.
Times where it went from like serious moment to funny moment too quickly, and I was like, let me process this before we get into this.
And because of those changes, I would give it a 7.
I was going to say about a 7.5 for me.
That's fair. I
great
get that.
movie, loved it, but there were things that could have been done better.
I would watch it again and again and again because it was good.
Like 5 is average. 5 is an average medium. Like, okay, I might see it again one day. 7.5 for me. I'd watch it as many times as it's on.
That makes sense. I appreciate that.
What about you?
I'm going to admit that everything you guys are talking about film-wise, I'm behind on.
You haven't seen Love and Thunder?
I know this is going to create quite a stir. This might even be a nice little clip for a short. You can bash me and take my nerd card now. I've been so behind because I've been neck deep in gaming that I have fallen. I know, Ryan, you get that, but like I've fallen the wayside regarding a lot of film.
Okay.
I'm very regretful of that. And with Disney Plus, hey, a lot of those are on there right now, and I can click play pretty much any time. So I get it. I need to make some time.
Yeah.
Wakanda Forever and Thor: Love and Thunder. Those are both.
And if you're going back that far to bring up Thor: Love and Thunder, I'm gonna have to bring up Doctor Strange.
I mean, you should. Well, hot takes because those came out on the cusp of us going on hiatus.
Yeah,
like
Doctor
we didn't.
Strange, in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah. Hold on.
My goodness.
I have a tragic litany of films to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But I still want the hot take.
Like times for Cocaine Bear for the next week.
If you have a way of sharing that with,
unless you want to do some illegal stuff.
Actually, it's actually already streaming.
Oh,
I was actually thinking about purchasing it on Vudu, so you can watch it too.
If you do,
streaming.
And if I purchase it on Vudu, we might just have to do a movie night.
Yeah, I'd be down. Do a let's
we could work that out.
I promise not to do the popcorn trick.
Oh,
you do it if you don't.
I think our listeners would like to see the popcorn trick, Nick.
They don't want to know where the butter's at.
We will relaunch our Patreon just so they can. If anyone's interested, we'll fire that back up.
All right, another movie I watched recently: Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Mm.
I've set them thing.
Huh?
This thing back here.
You know
Guess
what? Everything,
guess who-
Everywhere, All at Once was a pleasant surprise. I'm a big kung fu person.
I want to watch it because a certain actor won an Oscar for that.
Which one did?
And his speech is so...
Shit. I knew he got an Oscar. I didn't know what it was for. That's awesome.
Yeah.
In this film. It's Data from the Goonies, guys. Data. And when you listen to it, yes, Indiana Jones. But when you listen...
Mr. Jones.
Yeah,
but doing that one game?
When you listen to his speech, you can hear him as a kid talking as an adult, and his words are so sweet. I just saw a clip. I didn't watch the Oscars this year for that, but like he popped up, on the feeds, and I listened to his acceptance speech, and he's like 20 something years. His wife, he called the love of his life. He said, never give up on him. She constantly encouraged him to pursue his dream. And he said, and 20 years later, here I am with an Oscar. And he said, and he tells to all the audience, never give up on your dreams. And it's such a sweet, emotional speech that he gives. It's short and simple. But anyway, like how the film was good. How was the film?
The film is a crazy ride through a different version of a multiverse.
Yeah.
It's going through different dimensions, different universes, everything like that. And it was so uniquely done that it was hard not to enjoy it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. No, him and the main actress, what's her name?
Oh, is that Michelle Yeoh? No. Yeah, it's Michelle Yeoh from Star Trek.
Yeah, Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah.
Loved it. It even had a freaking Jamie Lee Curtis and a few other people in it, and it was really interestingly done.
I guess for the non-Trekkie nerds, I should mention she's from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Crazy Rich Asians, which I loved as a film, and Tomorrow Never Dies, 007. Apparently, she was in that. Yikes!
This to me had the feel of Matrix meets Donnie Darko.
Huh. Oh. Donnie Darko, how? Because that was stylistically really unique.
Yeah, that's what I mean. This was very unique in the way they put it. And it was kind of dark in some places, and it was definitely interesting. But it's definitely, I don't know how to describe it without like going in depth on it, but I would definitely say this is one that people should watch because of how so different it is.
I like that, dude. I like that. No, I know it's an acclaimed film at this point, so very interested in checking it out.
And the last movie, I quite literally bought it. So if you want to watch it, it's on Vudu.
Oh God, I'm excited.
Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal.
Oh yes, yes, I have. Unbearable weight of what? Sorry, I cut you off.
Massive talent.
Yes, Pedro Pascal plays a fanboy of the real life Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage is literally playing himself, the actor. And they go on this wild adventure. Have you heard of this, Ryan?
I've heard of it. I've seen clips and the memes, but that's it.
God, I love Nicolas Cage so much. It sucks that my wife is freaked out by him and hates him. But for me, I love all his movie choices. He is the Bruce Campbell of today, and now not as if Bruce Campbell's ancient, like he's still relevant. Obviously, but like Nicolas Cage is going a very similar route where he's taking very unique roles, B-movie films, and I want to see that one. And I'm excited that you have it, Nick. I'm excited that you can share it.
Nicolas Cage has had a fantastic couple years.
Yeah.
There was a movie he released last year. Me and him were just talking about it.
Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland.
I know. Yes. I saw the trailer. Oh my god.
Amazing movie.
I want to see him kick ass in the Five Nights at Freddy's edition of real life. Oh my god.
It's the best movie I've ever seen in my life. Nicolas Cage doesn't even have a line in the movie. He just kicks ass 24/7.
That's amazing. That's all I need.
A single fucking word, just kicks ass.
God, that's all I need. That's all we need from him, man.
Yeah.
I'm not on a boat with this. I'm not on a small island. You all agree. You know.
I'm literally gonna get a Willy's Wonderland T-shirt because of how much I love that movie.
Hell yeah, bro. Was that it, Nick? Sorry,
he's signing in to do for my Xbox so I can watch it.
I was like, do you have any highlights or are we moving on? Okay.
No. I just got to say, you see all the memes on that movie, and
hold on. Repeat that. You cut out for a second.
I said you see all the memes on that movie, with Pedro Pascal and Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
After you watch it, you're going to understand that scene is even more poignant and why those memes work so well with it. It's like the coolest, funniest, most relatable, like, bromance movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
I love that. Did you know that Pedro Pascal has entered into my top 5?
No, Pedro is also having.
I like how you sidestepped the question. Did you even wonder what I meant by top 5?
What's your top 5?
No, do you even wonder what the list is?
Yeah, what is that? What is it?
Okay, I don't have a top 5. I just have, like, at this point, a top 3. Okay, so side story. I think this is funny for me. I think it weirds out the wife, but she also thinks it's funny at this point. It's kind of a meme of me. When we first met, she early in our dating, she asked if I had any Hollywood crushes, and you'd expect a guy saying, "Oh, Scarlett Johansson, oh, so and so." The first thing I answered, no joke, Johnny Depp. No joke, and I still hold on to that all these years.
My first Hollywood crush was Cameron Diaz.
And I don't fault you for that at all. She's a glistening diamond in the rough. But Ryan, hear me out here. Like, I'm not against having crushes on female.
I have dude crushes too.
Right.
My first dude crush.
Damn. Right on. Full respect, but hell, yeah, so did my wife. And granted, I didn't say John Travolta. Like, maybe she would have understood it had I gone that route. But like I said, Johnny Depp, and that just threw her for a loop. Like, what? Is my future husband gay? What's going on here? And I was like, girl, no. I said it's a man crush. Yeah, so here's the thing. Y'all just learned the new one. You guys didn't know about Johnny Depp before, but Johnny Depp has always been my number one. I'm just telling you that right now. Over the course of our podcasting, I think you have to understand that Ryan Reynolds entered into that frame at some point, right?
Yeah.
And Pedro Pascal, I don't want to like fan the flames of silly female banter.
I mean, he's a heartthrob right now.
They're calling him daddy. They're calling him Daddy. And you know why they're calling him Daddy? They're calling him Daddy because he's playing the lone wolf role in several shows. Not two huge shows.
Yeah.
He is the lone wolf in the Mandalorian. Baby Yoda. Mando. Hello, Last of Us. Joel.
And Ellie.
Okay. He's the lone wolf yet again in a new recent hit series, which I'd like to talk about eventually, but not right this moment.
What's
So,
it called so I can watch it?
Yeah. So all I want to say is that those are the three. Those are at the top. I've been real finicky about the Johnny Depp spot, but I sadly think Johnny Depp has slipped down to 3 because
not even in my top 5 anymore.
Because Ryan Reynolds.
Top 3,
Ryan Reynolds for a long ass time slipped into number 1, and I love Pedro, but he has slid nicely into number 2.
For me, it is Henry Cavill, Ryan Reynolds, Idris Elba.
Oh shit, that's a spicy variety, and I respect it. It's Ryan, Pedro. I still love Johnny. And because of the recent trials he went through, I can still keep him in the top 3.
Fair enough.
He hasn't had to slip out. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh God, can't like him anymore. Yeah. But I do. Nick, do you have any male crushes? It's okay if you don't.
Okay,
I'm not gonna be upset.
But I'm curious who they might be.
But I am too, and that's why we're asking.
Ryan Reynolds.
Thank you, sir.
Henry
Thank you.
Cavill.
Okay.
Nathan Fillion.
Ooh.
Shit.
Good.
Okay, you know what? If I only said 3, and like no, but for 5, like if we're gonna go top 5, I have to add Henry Cavill into that 5.
Henry Cavill's daddy. That is my father, my real father. Him and Timothy Oliphant had a weird baby. It turned out.
Yeah, he had to be. But so Henry Cavill. You say Timothy Oliphant? No one of you said that. I have a top. We have a top 10. We'll wait. We'll come back. Let's come back to it. Are we done on film? Let's move on. Yeah,
let's move on.
But okay, real quick transition because I'm gonna make gaming real hot and fast. Sorry, not heavy. But let's do TV real quick because I think we could all do some hot takes on TV. Guys, welcome. Let's go to TV talk. Sorry that's so loud in your ears. I'm sure it was for maybe not you. You guys are on speakers. You don't have headphones. It's loud for me. Anyways, welcome to TV talk.
It was loud over here too.
Yeah, I bet it was. It's my loudest clip, and I lowered the volumes in the edit. Anyone, TV. Do we have anything? Does anyone have anything? I have Picard, which I'll be super vague on.
Okay.
Nick, Ryan.
I have Mandalorian season 3.
Okay. How deep are they on that?
Oh, I'm caught up all the way on. I think it's episode 4.
That's what I was asking. Is like where are they at? Yeah, where are they at?
Where are they at?
You just said 4, so I was like, yeah, that's what I was asking. Is where's Mando at?
Yeah, episode 4. Well, right now Mando is. Yeah.
I was talking episode count, not where is he at emotionally.
Yeah. No. It's our favorite space dad. Yeah.
Hold on. It's taking too long.
What do you
mean? For me to figure out space dad who?
Mando.
Oh God. Oh, Daddy. Okay.
You okay?
I'm in. No, I'm in. I'm sorry.
No, he's been playing this like surrogate father thing in all his roles lately.
I know. That's why the internet's calling him Daddy. Seriously. My wife kept reminding me. I'm like, thanks, hon. I know. We're only 4 episodes in on Last of Us, and the whole season's out, 8 episodes, and so like
Last of Us.
The Last of Us, yeah. We're not caught up. We're not finished, but that's a show I'd like to.
I've watched all of it. It was. There was one episode. I don't know why they had to go so in depth on it. Episode 3 can quite literally almost be ignored.
Okay, calm down. First off, like I want to hold on. I have a question about that. Okay, here we are. Last of Us. This is the conversation. Let's do it real quick. Ryan, did you play the original game? Have you played
the original game?
What?
I beat the original game. Yes.
Okay. So, in Nick's defense, it's more of a curiosity than an upset to me. Like, me and Amy watched it, and all I want to say, I'd like to put this hashtag out there. Hashtag too much beard. Hashtag too much beard. If we're going to be watching this kind of shit, too much beard. And that's the nicest way to put it. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, now, question to you, Ryan.
Yeah.
How much of these characters, if at all, is it original, or did they go deeper than in the game? What's the connection to what he's talking about? Frank and who?
I've only seen the first 2 episodes. But
okay, well, it's a super gay episode. I might edit that part out. I just put that out there.
Here's the thing, though, is I do know what happens in the series versus what happens in the games, because
that's what I wanted.
Avoiding spoilers is impossible, so I just enjoy them.
Oh yeah, so like okay, so I said beard, I said gay. You've heard all that. So is there a storyline where Joel interacts with 2 men?
So I know the characters you're talking about, and I know what happens to those characters.
Is it a heavy focus at all in the game, or is it
not a heavy focus, but it gives context to something that was supposed to be emotional in the game that didn't quite hit as hard.
Interesting. Okay, because like me and Nick might never play the game.
Have this backstory.
Say that one more time. Sorry,
it could have hit harder in the game had they had this more in-depth look at them.
In the game,
story beats in the game, because in the game it's very much focused on only Joel and Ellie. Like, yes,
you're playing as Joel, right? In the game the whole time.
Yeah,
most of the game.
There was, for the most part, the game tells the story perfectly. It does. But the show expands on things that the game couldn't do.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Well, the part that bothered me on episode 3, though, is
not too much beard. I am curious.
No, sorry. It's the only episode. And here's the thing: I didn't care about what it was about.
Sorry,
that it
was so deviated from the main characters.
Deviated from everything.
Yeah. No,
okay, so we've gone from watching this post-apocalyptic struggle through zombies and all this crap to Days of Our Lives.
Yeah, no, I completely unbiased agree. No, unbiased agree like that. And Ryan, just to like broadly fill you in without spoiling anything.
Like I said, I know what happens.
I know, but
you don't have to worry about spoiling me.
What I'm saying is 90% of the entire hour-long episode, right, Nick, was completely focused on these 2 men meeting, like finding each other in the apocalypse, them growing closer, developing a relationship, surviving together, unrelated to everything else. And so I'd say performance-wise, content-wise, like if the show had nothing to do with this episode, it's a beautiful little art piece about a relationship during dire times, an apocalypse where you've been alone for a long ass time, because their story is a 20-year telling. Like it's over the course of 20 years. They found each other. This one guy, and by the way, all I want to give props to, I don't know if it's Frank or I forget the name, but the guy with the house had a bunker and a shit ton of guns.
Frank.
And even my wife was like, "Oh, honey, we need that. That would be great." Okay, we'll talk later. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
That part was fun. The interaction, the emotions, all great. Performance great. But you're right, Nick. Like, as in context of the whole season, it was sadly vastly separated, unfortunately. And like, I know long form shows do this. Sorry, Ryan. What?
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but what sucks about that is that they could have easily done a very similar episode, but had it focused on the pre-story of the game with Ellie and her best friend, who it's very heavily implied that.
Actually, I need to say, they actually. All right.
Are we going too deep here? Do we need to come back here?
Can you give a spoiler warning here?
Yeah. Hold on. Right here. Here we go, guys. I'll put a timestamp in. Skip.
Joe.
And I'll tell you.
Warning. Spoiler alert. Warning. Spoiler alert. You have been warned.
Now, the episode...
I like how you hung the shiv in my face, dude.
The episode you're asking about, that they said they could have done that with that one, they do.
I know they do, but they
could hold on.
Doing that is what I mean.
Sorry, I was talking too much.
The full story in that one episode.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that one actually led to why Ellie is like that.
Yeah.
And it made sense, and it made sense of why she's so disconnected from everyone.
Okay, hold on, Nick. Just remember, like, I'm gonna shorten this up or leave it all in or whatever. But like, part of the spoiler warning is me. Like, I know Ryan has played the whole game.
He hasn't played the whole game.
You've seen the whole show. I'm only 4 episodes deep.
That's why I'm saying it shows you why she's this way, why everything's like this. I'm not saying what happens, who does what, anything like that. I'm saying they do have an episode.
Okay, well, sadly, your vagueness has unfortunately, in my opinion, played into Ryan's suggestion that Ellie is lesbian.
Oh, I mean, have you not seen anything about The Last of Us 2, the game?
No.
Oh, really?
No. So it's not going to affect my interest or desire to. I'm not. I have no. Dude, right. We did a spoiler. And you basically told me Ellie's gay. And no, it was not obvious up to this point because she's a kid.
No,
I
just want to see what all the fuss is about.
Yeah, okay. I know. That was a funny moment. I chopped. Damn it, Ryan! You're making me rethink everything because I chopped it up to just a childish girl being like, "Whoa."
Dude, Neil Druckmann wrote this story. Like 90% of the people in it are gay. I mean,
there's nothing wrong. I don't like. I personally don't care. It's just I didn't know.
All right, so we went straight to The Last of Us. Mandalorian, season 3. It's off to a great start. I'm excited for the areas it's going. I'm excited for the character development I've already seen. And you're getting a much richer dive into a section of the Star Wars universe we haven't gotten a chance to dive into. Mandalorian.
Okay, so they are going.
Oh my god.
Well, you saw in the last season.
I know. I wasn't sure if it was actually going to happen.
Well, just being around Mandalorians, you're going to dive more into it. Yeah. They've never dove into the lore behind it. They've never dove into the reason why they're all going through this.
Yeah.
So this is all about it, and I'm not going to
wear my Mandalorian shirt today.
But no, it's fantastic so far. Get into it. Watch
awesome. Absolutely, dude.
Tomorrow night.
Absolutely. I'm caught up. I am caught up on that. Now,
shit.
I've watched all previous episodes prior to this season, so now I need to watch.
No, when you get into that first episode, it's going to feel short because it is.
Yeah.
That first opening episode, for some reason, is 36 minutes.
What? That is the shortest thing I've ever heard of. What?
Every other episode of Mandalorian is an hour long.
Wild. What? That's wild. Oh,
But
God.
that first episode is action-packed, though. It's insane.
That's
It has to be if it's that short. My goodness.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
All right. And then for my third TV series I wanted to talk about, watched the whole season, and I loved every second of it. And it goes a little bit away from the type of movies and shows we're talking about on a normal basis. This is a crime drama.
Oh, shit. My wife would be right at home.
The show I'm talking about is Tulsa King.
Oh, my God. Sylvester Stallone?
Sylvester frickin' Stallone.
The shorts, the TikTok shorts, whatever, that I have seen of his badass mob mentality makes me want to watch this show.
I can
tell me why, Nick. Tell me why.
No, I'll tell you right now. For a crime drama, this is one of the best I've seen. I put this up here with Justified and stuff like that.
That's high praise.
I didn't know this was a crime drama. So,
in Mafia, dude. He's a mobster.
Compared to Blacklist.
Okay, well, the way you put
Compared
it,
to Blacklist?
No, well,
and rate and quality, not necessarily like themes, but
equal.
Shit, I gotta see
Ryan
this.
just confirmed.
Yeah,
Blacklist equivalent. Damn.
It's kind of like you mixed Goodfellas, Blacklist, and what's that one movie? It's another thing that's very similar.
Damn, Nick. That's already heavy. That's already heavy.
Kind of the feel behind it, kind of like what's the?
Don't say Sopranos.
No, it was a
Sopranos.
TV series about a biker gang.
Oh, Sons of Anarchy.
Yes, it has a Sons of Anarchy feel.
Has to be. Yeah. Okay. Me and the wife went hard and deep on that one.
But with Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
And less bikes.
Minus Ron Perlman.
Or more bikes. I don't know.
Or it's hard to have more bikes than Son of Anarchy.
Hunnam, Charlie Hunnam. Minus Charlie Hunnam. So, heartthrob of my wife.
Heartthrob of many of my ex-girlfriends.
Makes you scratch your head. What? Anyway, kidding. Anyway.
Roll for Charlie Hunnam in 14.
Oh, hell yeah. Space Wolves.
Okay. Okay. What? To be fair, what? Whoa. Hey. Does anyone want to circle back? Now, I guess because we were in the intro, does anyone want to circle back with any gaming highlights, or should we save that for later and wrap
I
up?
think we should save it for later because I do want you to be able to input as much as I can with Resident Evil 4.
Fair. Should be like the high. That should. Let's save that for like our highlight. You know, because in film,
I am going to dig a trench and run the cable so I can get an Ethernet cable to my trailer so that I can plug in my Xbox.
Like, I don't know why it just sounds like I know what you're doing is legit, but it just sounds like you're going to do something super illegal. Like, I am going to
Nicholas, whatever you have to do, legal or otherwise, whatever.
Well, I paid for the internet. It's at the house now. I just got to run the cable.
Then there's nothing illegal about it, is there?
Yeah. But
you're paying for that shit.
Do it the fun way.
You can do it the fun way.
I do know how to, but this was
another word for midgets is fun size.
If I really wanted to. Sorry. I didn't say that. Don't listen to that.
I didn't either. You didn't hear what I said.
Either did anybody recording.
Nope. The whole thing is a blur. But whatever fun way you figure it out, Nick, you've got 4 brand new games available to play. Hello, just throwing that out there. Oh, and also,
I'm really kind of excited about the Callisto Protocol.
It's okay. Okay, hold on. We're gonna close right now. I promise, Ryan. But here we go. I had to, bro. Sorry, it's gonna be brief. I promise. It's gonna be long.
I'm just not talking about those games that I've.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. I had to throw that shit out there.
And there's Yeah.
Okay. Side note, just like regarding, I was like, okay, you're bringing up a game I'm like excited for you to try out. Like, okay, we're doing the transition.
Because I haven't played this game, I'm gonna go make some coffee really quick.
No, you can. I'm gonna tell
Just
Mike
so
about
a little
Callisto.
bit of it, because I am excited to play it.
Okay. Was he excited about Callisto?
Callisto Protocol.
Okay. And you are too. And then here's what I throw out here. Unfortunately, like the internet kind of casually shit on it more than it deserved, and people that truly dove into it and played it found a lot more to appreciate about it than they expected. And me among the many. I've played a solid. God, I've got 9 episodes on our channel about it, the half-hour long each. So, like, sadly, I'm only about halfway through the game because what I want to call it, the cadence. That's the word. The cadence of game drops this year is insane. Like on Xbox alone, I've been swarmed with first-party day one drops. On top of these, pay for it yourself drops. Just to give you an idea, okay, so like November, December of last year, we got Callisto Protocol, and then I think January, literally a month and a half later, Dead Space. A remake, Dead Space remake. It's like, holy shit. And like I feel bad for like the small group. They were ex-developers from Dead Space. They split off, formed a new group, and started developing a sci-fi horror, a spiritual successor to Dead Space. Ironically, both were all pretty much finished close to the same time. Dead Space was at the end of January, and Callisto Protocol was at the beginning of December. And it's like, they're both really great games, but it was so sad to see like a fresh new take of trying to do the Dead Space thing, but be different, and then come out back to back to the remake, which is fucking amazing. And I'll talk about another time. Well, I'll review Dead Space later, but
another one that I was super excited for that I saw you do a let's play episode on, Scorn.
Oh, dude, and I played the whole game, beginning to end. It's a short game. It's super artistic, unique, grotesquely curious. Scorn. Like, holy shit. Like, what is this? Day one, Game Pass. It was on Game Pass, so like I didn't buy it, but I was like, I'd been seeing previews for it the year before, and I was like, I'm super curious about it. It's got the Cronenberg body horror element to it, but it's mysterious. There's puzzles, and it looks like a first-person shooter, but it is first-person, but it's way less of a first-person shooter as it is a puzzle, indie, narrative, weird-ass dream. That's the best I can say about it.
And knowing me, there's one thing that I'm like been jonesing for. I've missed so much of Destiny 2. The new seasons, all those, and I got to get back into it. Like, okay, throughout all this whole time that I haven't been playing my game, I get a text, I get a call, I get something every 2 weeks from our man Brehan. Just him checking in on me, and I'm like, hey man, thanks, I appreciate it.
No, he's a great dude. Shout out to him.
I gotta get back into that. It's my jam. You know me. I think I've been the only one out of all that stayed in it.
I know, and we'll talk about it another time. But you know why I haven't excitedly jumped back, right? It's that whole account hacked bullshit. I lost years of my life basically to gaming,
I know.
And I'll talk about it another time. But Lightfall looks amazing. Like I've seen the trailers, I've seen the story beats, I've seen a lot of cool things. But what I want to say is like Well, for our listeners, because we're still saving a lot of this, even though Ryan's not here in the moment, we'll come back and talk about more current things as Nick is able to jump back into this, because I'm going to summarize the gaming hits right now. Nick asked me about Scorn. That's a Game Pass title. It's amazing. It's got body horror. It's definitely up there with. It's one of the best short horror games possible. A lot of puzzles, more puzzles than you expect, Nick. I didn't expect how much I'd have to actually think about what I'm doing, collecting keys, maneuvering things a certain way to get further. And it's all done in silence. There's no narrative. There's no main character talking. You're playing as the person that's stuck in this universe, this crazy, macabre universe, and the ending will leave you bewildered.
I actually have a game I'll add today.
Yeah, like after 6 hours of time.
I have a game.
Yeah, so 6 hours of your time, pump into it, and you'll be, if you make it to the end, you'll be left bewildered. You're like, I don't know what the my life means. I don't know where I'm at now. But that's Nick said he mentioned he was watching some of my playthroughs, and he's like, "Hey, I noticed you played that game, Scorn." And I told, yeah, it's only a 6 to 8 part series I did. It was only 6-ish hours long. Boom, end of your life, crazy, free, way different than I thought it would be. And then what else? Like, did you notice anything else, Nick, other than Scorn?
What was the game you were going to talk about, man?
So over the past month, I mean, not this past month, but like last month, basically, month of February, I was browsing through my favorite game collection thing called Game Pass, and I found
a good one.
Indie game called Death's Door. And it's a blast. I had a lot of fun with it. It plays very much like a old school isometric Zelda, but you play as a little crow who is a Grim Reaper, and you're going out to collect 4 major souls for the Lord of Doors, who is taking place of the Grim Reaper for you. While you little crows are out collecting souls, you're sent out on a job. It kind of goes a little haywire, and you're sent on a small but epic quest to go get them. And I had a blast with it.
Damn it. My internet and computer are not fast enough. I was going to queue up some footage of myself playing it on our Game Pass Player Pass series. I have sampled it. It is a good one. It's fun.
I had a lot of fun.
Another one that I missed out that I want to try, that I saw you guys talk about. High on Life? Is that what it was?
I loved that game.
Hold on. No, not High. Oh, no. God, there's Hi-Fi Rush, which is a shadow drop that Microsoft dropped on Game Pass. And then there's High on Life, which is the Rick and Morty inspired, Justin Roiland directed, from Squash Games Studios. They've done a lot of VR stuff with Rick and Morty. This one's not Rick and Morty, but all the voice acting will make you feel like you're playing a Rick and Morty game.
Yeah.
And Nick's right. I played the first hour and a half. I did 2 episodes of it before I quickly shifted over to other games that were coming out. But High on Life is a wild ride.
Yeah, I got some great clips out of that game.
The number one thing you're going to enjoy is the dialogue that comes from your weapons, because all your weapons talk to you. They're sentient. They have characters in the Rick and Morty style, and all of them will be saying, "What's wrong with you?" In fact, the first gun you get sounds like Morty from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, Kenny.
Yeah. Kenny's a great gun.
The shotgun guy, the green
one.
Yeah,
I've seen clips as well, but I didn't get too far into it yet.
So your bullets and your guns talk to you. Is this like a? Did anyone ever play Oddworld: Stranger's Wrath?
I didn't play that one of the Oddworld.
No, but I'm familiar with the game you're talking about.
If you ever get a chance to play it, one of my favorite games of all time.
I will check it.
Weapons that talk to you, huh?
Yeah.
Is it on Xbox?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Go see if I
You
can.
probably find it on the store.
It's a first-person, third-person shooter made by EA
Nick,
Games
like
on the original Xbox.
God, I appreciate the fact that you brought up High in Life because that was such a
It was a fucking amazing game. I love it.
flash. That was such a flash in the pan moment for the games. So many things came out. But Hi-Fi Rush, I want to shout out Hi-Fi Rush real quick. Stylized, cell shaded, rhythm-based game, but it's like an action hack and slash. Did anyone play?
Crypt of the Necro Dancer.
No, there's another one on Game Pass called Tell.
Yeah, I played the fuck out of it. I haven't beat it yet though.
Is that on Game
What?
No. He was asking about Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, yeah, that's another one. Gosh, so many options.
Trying to figure out what for the games.
Yeah.
Diablo
Yeah,
4.
Yep, that's open beta until tomorrow at midnight. So like,
Giraffe, they did an HD version of it.
free to play for the next 24 hours, guys.
Later. Do my wish list first.
I'll do a highlight, guys.
HD remaster of it though.
Okay, what I want to do before we wrap up is do a quick fire drop down crazy ass list of what I've played over this last month. Do any of you guys, maybe not Ryan because you did a lot of PC, I know you do Xbox now more because of Game Pass and stuff. Do any of you guys ever check out your ranking amongst your friends lists live for Gamerscore?
I haven't in a while.
No, my name's not Tyler. I mean,
yeah, no, our friend Tyler is obsessed with it. That's
Asshole.
what turned me off.
I'm proud of this month because I'd like to say I've been in the number one spot by a landslide. Gonna shout out Mr. Barry. I won't say his full name, but you know Mr. Barry.
The
Nick?
top 8?
Mr. Barry.
He's usually up there because he plays a lot of games from Game Pass.
Okay.
So he's got 660 gamer score for the month of March, but he's in second place.
In my
Matt hasn't played much in a while, so he's pretty down there. Dr. Brehan, same. And you, God, you're like at the bottom, Nick, with 0. What the hell?
I haven't played in 8 months.
I know. I'm crying for you. Again, I'm joking. I'm messing with you.
My number 1 is a good friend of mine named John with plus 25,460. His gamer score.
No, hold on. You mean 2,500 or 25,000?
25,000. His gamer score is 1,667,195.
That guy doesn't do anything else.
Roseburg.
He doesn't do anything else, dude.
And then there's Tyler.
And then there's Tyler.
Literally does nothing else.
What's Tyler at?
Literally doesn't do anything else at 520,000.
Tyler's been on our podcast.
Yeah.
I know. Our
His gamer score jumped at 12,000. You're number
for the month,
or we're number 3 technically at 2,170.
We are Nerdentials.
And then I'm all the way down at number 8 on my list at.
I'm so excited. I'm excited that you could see Nerdentials. That's all I wanted to know. That's just
you're number 3 on my list, and that's just because there's 2 tryhards above it. You would be at number 1 if it weren't for the 2 tryhards right above you.
That's insane. I thought 2,000 gamer score. Wow, that's pretty nuts for 1 month.
Okay, but we're also talking about 2 people who don't have jobs, one of them has a kid. I'm not gonna get.
I know. So
this is getting a little. You have a problem, buddy.
Okay, but you guys can appreciate the grind.
I can appreciate your fucking score. That's a normal person excelling.
No, that's you.
That's me working 60 hours with 3 kids and a wife, and I still got that.
Yeah, does your back hurt
from carrying all of Nerdentials on your back?
I love you all.
A hunch.
I mean, like, okay, if we want to talk about total gamer score, if we combined all 3 of us and then Matt.
Yeah, I was like, mine's newer because I lost Blue Streak. By the way, Ryan, like, do you remember hearing about my plight of losing my account?
Lost his
Blue Streak. My Blue Streak account was not crazy high, but it was over 50,000 points.
Yeah.
So this is new. Nerdentials me hitting now at I think I'm at 13,000 now.
Yeah,
like total score.
I'm at 109,000. This is the same account I've had since 2008.
I had mine since 2005 and lost it all.
You're on my friends list.
Okay.
Am I on that?
Okay. Sidestep. Here's the wrap up, guys. I was gonna like give you a couple hot takes and just run down what I've played this month alone, just in March.
Do it.
Yeah.
Here's the hardcore. What the hell? You have time for that bullshit that I've tried doing for fun and got really into it.
About my ability to watch so many games.
36,000.
I know, Nick. I know. Well.
Nice.
I still wonder about that because like I can't watch a movie with my kids making a bunch of noise in the room, but like certain games I could play with everyone in the room and just be like, yeah, I'm just bullshitting and playing this game. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure more than half those points are from Destiny.
Okay, guys, over the last month,
Guys.
I jumped into the shadow drop that Microsoft gave us during their developer whatever. They're telling us about all these latest things that are coming updates, right? They shadow dropped Hi-Fi Rush. Damn, boom, played that. Jumped back into Lego Marvel Superheroes for a little bit. Tried out Wild Hearts Standard Edition from EA Access. That's had some free to play access. GoldenEye 007 dropped on Game Pass. Hell yeah, got 200 game.
They didn't
binged.
They just put the N64 game on Xbox, and you have stick aiming and moving.
Yeah, rare replay because it's rare. It's a rareware title, and guess what? What's cool about I tried playing the Switch version. I hate the Switch version. The Switch version doesn't let you customize the controls. It tries to emulate the N64 controller.
Oh wait,
it sucks.
Yeah, this is because of the partnership Microsoft and Nintendo made, isn't it? Where Nintendo's going to get Microsoft games and Microsoft's going to get Nintendo games?
I think something like that.
Maybe, but bottom line, Nick, the difference is that the Game Pass version of 007 lets you fully customize the controller. So you can play 007 like a modern day FPS with right stick, left stick separation. There's no yellow button arrows like on the 64 controller. You don't have to do that. But the Switch forces you. Anyway, that's a whole nother complaint. But I've loved 007, playing that. Wolong Fallen Destiny.
I need to play that.
It's a Souls-like. It's hard. Wolong Fallen Dynasty. It's a Chinese soul-like game. It's hard.
I need to play more than Elden Ring.
Elden Ring is easy. This is more like Demon Souls. Like Wolong Fallen Destiny, the boss, I died 30 times. I was like, I'm not making a video on this because I suck. And that's okay to admit that. But like, it's all about timing, parrying. It's about the moves and the timing. It's Souls-like. It's hard as hell. One I came back to that was free on Game Pass is an indie title called Somerville. It's a side-scrolling kind of 2.5D. You play a father with a wife and a kid, and it's an alien invasion, and it's gorgeous and intriguing. And you have this little dog that follows you, and you have to work your way through a landscape to reunite with your wife and kid. It's amazing. It's called Somerville. Somerville.
Somerville.
Yeah.
I was hearing summer.
It sounds like it, but yeah, and it's super unique. It's an indie title. It's on Game Pass. It came out a couple months ago. It's really good. I've tried it. Other games I've jumped into: Guilty Gear Strive.
You're on Strive?
It's on Game Pass.
Dude,
I tried it out.
Let's run it. Let's fucking run it.
Yeah. So Guilty Gear Strive. It's a heavy fighter game, combos galore, very anime-ish. Ryan's really into it. It's on Game Pass. Checked it out.
Love that game.
Hot Wheels Unleashed. So much customization. It's a racer game, but like, holy shit, it's literally you controlling Hot Wheels models on Hot Wheels tracks,
Okay.
inside gigantic environments, like you're in some kid's bedroom, but you're at ground level with the cars. So it's like a racer. It's like a realistic racer, but it's Hot Wheels.
That just made me think. I really want Lego Racer to make a new, to make a comeback.
Yeah, it's that scale. You feel like when you're looking at the models, they look like Hot Wheels cars. They look like the toys you collect. But then when you play in the races, you're literally on the neon orange tracks with so much customization, so much DLC on that. It's insane. Windows Edition, like 1100 gamer score available. Like it's got all the DLC included, and it's on Game Pass. All right, speeding up and getting towards
before I say what I realized just now.
Ryan, do you need to chime in? What's up?
I forgot Atomic Heart came out at the beginning of this fucking month.
Yeah, I've got part 5 dropped today.
Yeah,
on our gaming channel.
BioShock needs futuristic. If the fucking Soviets won,
it's 1950s. It's 1950s Russia where the robots take over their motherland.
And it's fucking amazing. I love it.
You talk to dead corpses. They have stories to tell. The mechanics are insane. It's really good. It's an FPS. The robots are super sexual. I can't brush over that.
The 2 twin ballerinas are based off the actual developer of the game, and she's hot as fuck.
Yeah, there's a mod with the developer chick's face on them.
Robot part with just her.
It's ridiculous. But Atomic Heart is a hell of a lot of fun. I've played 4 hours of it. That's on our channel. Dead Space Remake, also played that. I'm about 4 hours in. I'm playing Dead Space Remake and Atomic Heart back like side by side on our channel. Those are going up.
Gameplay wise, to switch back and forth between those two positions.
It's awkward
when I do that.
It's first person, third person. It's weird to try to play, but I usually play an hour or two of one, and then I play an hour or two of the other, and then I edit them into half-hour episodes. But additionally, Hogwarts Legacy. My wife has 60 plus hours. I put about 20 hours in. I've got about
30 or 40 now.
I got 10 episodes on the channel. They're on there. They got some good views. I decided I really wanted to check out Gotham Knights, but I was like, shit, you know what? Of all the games I've never finished, I never played all the way through the Arkham games. I've never played through all the Arkham games completely.
I've never played any of them.
Really?
Fucking
amazing. I loved Origins. The third game, I had mixed feelings about it. I really liked a lot of it, but I just didn't like how much was focused on the Batmobile.
Oh well, I liked the GTA style of being able to drive around the city.
Yeah, you said you had Gotham Knights though.
But no, I don't have it. But like, I want to play it because it's got mixed reviews. It's been on sale over and over again.
And I will play with you.
Okay, well, yeah, because it is co-op. It's 4-player co-op with the Bat family, and it's only It's $27 right now.
Here's the thing: if he gets it, he's game sharing with me. I'll have it too.
And on the condition, I will play with you if I get to play Jason Todd. That's my only condition.
That's not a problem. But also, just as a side note, like the whole reason I went back to the Arkham series is because Gotham Knights is part of the Arkham universe developed by Rocksteady. And so I was like, you know what? I need to play through the greatest trilogy of Batman games ever put out. So I 100%ed Arkham Asylum last 2 weeks. I put like 20 hours in, got all 250 freaking Riddler unlocks, everything. Yeah, 100% in that game.
Did you do City as well?
Nope, I started City.
I think City has 400 or something like that. 300.
I wasn't gonna 100% City. I was just gonna play through the story. And same thing with
my favorite of the stories.
Same thing with Arkham Knight. I was just gonna replay the City. Like I played the first few hours back when it came out, but I never played all the way through it. So I was gonna revisit those. They were kind of like my backlog plays. But yeah, I'm broke as a joke right now, so I can't buy Gotham.
I feel that, man. I am.
It's on sale for $27, so just throwing it out there now.
Like on the
just
5th, on the 5th, if you've gotten it by that point, I will buy it.
Okay. A surprise entry that I didn't think I'd be into. Shadow Warriors 3 dropped on Game Pass, and the quickest, easiest description for
Shadow
it.
Warriors.
It is an Asian skin over a Doom game.
Yeah.
It's literally the gore.
Shadow Warriors is fucking hilarious too.
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, the comedy, the beats, the story. You're playing freaking this dude who is
Lo Wang.
Lo Wang. You're playing Lo Wang, who's fighting demons. There's finishing moves. There's like 6 different guns. You can get gore weapons where you fight a semi-boss and you yank a part of his body off and that becomes a weapon.
Damn, that's gorgeous.
It's gory as so much blood on the screen. So much blood.
You're still playing as Lo Wang, right?
What?
You still play as Lo Wang, right?
Oh, yeah, the whole game.
Okay, cool.
Like in the intro, he's wearing underwear. He feels defeated from the last game. He's bitching and cussing. He cusses. There's gore. Not for kids to be playing, but holy shit, it's basically Doom with an Asian aesthetic. Totally, because you're fighting demons. You're fighting the underworld, and then the ultimate goal is to defeat the gigantic city-destroying dragon at the end. So I'm this close to being done. It won an award for being the best short game of 2022 because you can beat it in 5 hours. If you want to collect everything and all upgrades, maybe 10 hours, but that's literally as long as it is. Cool. And it's on Game Pass, and it's a surprise enjoyment I didn't think I'd get into, but I put 6 hours in. I'm almost at the end. Last 2, these will be brief because I haven't spent a lot of time in them. But this weekend that we're recording, so sadly by the time this gets uploaded, they won't be available anymore. Marvel's Midnight Suns is free to play with Xbox Gold. If you're subscribed with Game Pass Ultimate or Xbox Gold, you can play the full version of the game all weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And that also surprisingly coincides with Diablo 4 open beta. I want to touch on both. I want to touch on Midnight Suns briefly. Midnight Suns is a cross between card playing combat and like SOCOM tactics.
Card playing?
Yeah, it's weird. So in the free roam portion, you're walking around the headquarters called the Abbey. It's in a pocket dimension. I know. Should we shake him? It's okay. I'm trying to summarize. You can walk around with your title character. The unique part about this is it's basically a Marvel RPG, but the difference here is you actually play your own created character, your own hero of the story. You don't play as any other classic Marvel hero. It's unique to this game. You play the Hunter. You're called the Hunter. You pick male, female. You can customize the face, the appearance, full RPG customization of how you look. You were a warrior, a hunter against Lilith or whatever 300 years ago. Then you went dormant. Then you're reawakened by a woman called the Caretaker. She's the sister to this other villain called Lilith. You're teaming up with all the classic characters: Captain Marvel, Iron Man, Blade. The Midnight Suns is actually a comic book series that Nick is familiar with, where Blade and a few other supernatural characters that I think Marvel Disney wants to do a series on. But that's the direction for this game. It's about kind of the rogue heroes, not the big heroes. Although while you're playing this, you do get to fight alongside people like Iron Man, Captain Marvel, but you're going to get Blade, you're going to get Magic from the Runaways, which is a spin-off series both on TV and comics. You're going to get a lot of secondary characters, but you're playing an original character. There's a leveling up system, full RPG, collectibles, but the combat The combat system is where it's unique, where you enter into story beats where it becomes SOCOM. Gears Tactics, SOCOM or XCOM, whatever. You know, where you've got it's turn-based, and you're like, when it's your turn, you pick which enemy to hit.
I think you're thinking XCOM, not SOCOM.
That's what I mean. XCOM, right? Okay. So like top-down tactics.
Yeah, or Wasteland. Wasteland is another good series that does that.
Yeah, or Final Fantasy Tactics. You've got a party of 3 or 4 characters. You control one character at a time. You pick your attack and you attack. So now the card-based system, have you ever played a game where it uses cards other than Marvel Snap, which is a huge mobile hit? Other than that, where you got like a draw card at the bottom. I did an anime version of this on our Game Pass series, but I haven't played any others since then. Where each card does a certain attack, a certain type of attack, or a certain ability, and you pick that card as what you're going to use to attack that character.
I have not.
I have.
Other than like Gwent in The Witcher, but that's different.
Okay. It's probably a mix of that then. Like if that's the closest thing you're familiar with, it's like you get 4 or 5 cards, you get a certain number of moves you can make, a certain number of cards you can play, and a certain number of redraws. All of this intriguingly plays out really well with the Marvel characters you're playing with. Like I'm more into the hack and slash quick right away satisfaction action, but like if you like tactics or you like card tactics and card base, it's a weird hybrid, but it works. Like it's still fun.
That we had that one blackout that one time, and we never did it again.
And what's crazy is like right now, what sucks is I like the game enough that I'd love to buy it, and it's on sale during this free play weekend for $30. The normal price is $60, obviously, but right now it's free, and it's like I'm getting a taste. I know. I'm getting a taste. Oh, I could buy it, and it came out like last month. It's very new. So anyway, Marvel Midnight Suns, really good. It's getting generally positive reviews. It's a weird hybrid of a game for mechanics, but it's still fun. And then lastly, I wanted to touch on. Help me, guys. It's in the wee hours. I mentioned 2 games, Midnight Suns. Oh, Diablo 4.
Oh yeah,
one of the biggest games not out yet.
Yeah.
So
Diablo 4.
All I want to throw out there is it had record-breaking player counts for the pay-to-play last weekend. Like last weekend, if you pre-ordered, you had access.
Okay.
If you pre-ordered, you had access. And or there was a special, I don't remember what restaurant, but like if you bought a chicken meal, you could get a beta code for playing it. I don't remember what restaurant there was. Not the best person to talk to, but the reported numbers from Blizzard was over 1 million players last weekend. Last weekend was the
open beta.
No, last weekend was the pay-to-play beta.
Oh.
1 million players joined the pay-to-play weekend. This weekend that we're recording on right now is the open beta. And yeah, I had a 45-minute queue time wait to even get in last night on like Friday afternoon at the time that I tried it. Like I tried it Friday evening. And there was a 45-minute wait. Other people had like a 2-hour wait, like it huge, and they got right on it. Blizzard tackled the server problems, the stress test, all that. But dude, guys, this is like 1 million people that were willing to pay played last weekend, and now don't know the numbers yet. Probably till after this weekend. I did have an interesting cue card that I saved that Blizzard did upload, like stats of this number of kills, this number of players, blah blah blah. So for this weekend, total hours played, just like okay, number of players, how much time they put in, 20 million hours of this open beta were played.
I actually expect a little less, but that
17 million and a half player deaths happened.
Damn.
9.2 billion total monsters killed over this weekend.
Genocided at that point.
Almost 600 billion players were butchered. I don't know what that means. I think it's a boss. Oh, yeah, it's a boss.
Yeah.
And only 120,000 butchers were killed, like players that got past that point.
Yeah.
The last couple stats, player deaths by Shiva, 4 million deaths. And she's like, I think the final boss you can play in the open beta, because the level cap is 50 for the full game, but you can play up to level 25 during open beta.
That's a lot.
They brought back the butcher.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me, though. But
He's been in every game, hasn't he?
I think so.
Only
I know that, and I'm pretty sure I killed him in 2. I don't remember killing him in 1.
Out of 17 million players that died over the course of this weekend, only 33,000 beat Ashava, the final boss in the open beta.
Only 30. Bitch. I will kill her myself when the game comes out.
What's cool is you get the full cinematic. It's gorgeous. I've played only the first hour. I created a character super customizable, like way more than I remember Diablo 3. Skin color, facial designs, tattoos, hairstyle, everything. It's like a full open RPG, but it's still top down like all the previous Diablos.
Yeah.
But like you choose warrior, Amazon.
Yeah, you pick your class and you pick male or female. And then you literally customize head to toe how they look.
I'm downloading it right now.
Yeah, it's like 80 plus gigs, bro. It's just the beta.
I'm not downloading it right now.
No, but like mine didn't take that total amount that I can recall. I think it was like a 40 gig download. So I mean, try it or put it in the queue. I don't know, but like it's gorgeous. Like the soundtrack's gorgeous, the voice acting's gorgeous, and it's beta, so there's some things that are a little off. It's not perfect, but like I'm excited because it doesn't come out until June, I think. So like 2 more months, but like it's free from now till the end of Sunday night. So Ryan McCaffrey from Xbox Unlocked podcast said last weekend he played till like 1 a.m. on Sunday night. He was testing out. He wasn't sure because he didn't have a lot of time to play it. But he's like, he made it past midnight and they didn't kick him off the server yet. So, you've got a good 20-ish hours available to try to play it. Completely free to play right now on this weekend. But I put like 160 hours into Diablo 3 back in the day before we started doing YouTube and stuff. And
I made Tyler never want to play that game again.
It's 4-player co-op again, like the previous title, and I'm looking forward to trying to jump in with you guys.
I had come up with this idea of playing melee classes only, and I played the barbarian. And once I got the ability to jump, Tyler was unable to fight monsters ever again. Because I would jump over walls, kill everything there, take what loot I wanted, and he could have what I gave him.
Oh, something I heard that's new this time is that Blizzard made it so that all loot is equally shared. There is no someone...
Because I kind of... having to sit there like, well, I need this, but you need that.
Yeah, no, there's like, so what they eliminated the tryhards ruining it for the rest of the party.
Yeah.
not that being a barbarian jumping was tryhard, but
it was trust me. Me and my tryhard was me playing mage.
No, you see,
I Kamehameha waved everything.
Here's the thing. I've seen the shenanigans he does when he's playing with Tyler, because I was in the same room and I watched them play a little game called Borderlands together. And he did the siren and just like teleported all the way to the end, killed the boss, teleported out, and then got out. And then
I could phase walk from the beginning of a dungeon all the way to the boss, kill the boss, take the cool loot, phase walk back, and Tyler stuck fighting all the mobs on the way.
Nick, it might have been me and Matt at the time, but I feel like you were involved too. Do you remember jumping into Diablo 3 and having some crazy hacker dude like skyrocket our levels. Were you there for that or no?
I wasn't there for that.
Damn. So, short story. This is before like Blizzard like updated the console versions and like eliminated the ability to even do that. But I distinctly remember me and Matt. It was when we first went to Nevada, and then I moved back with my brother briefly. So, like, yeah, you and me hadn't talked until I got established at like Precision Cast Parts, but we were playing a little bit of Diablo 3. Me and Matt got online, and there was this dude who had hacked equipment that earned like 1 billion XP per hit. Like, no joke. He would run through. What were those called, Nick? What were those called? Those runs were just enemy after enemy. What were those called that we would jump into?
I don't know, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, right. So you'd run through those to help level up. And you know the Paragon? You know how you could go up hundreds of levels on Paragon? Do you know what the max is? Or was? It was, I think, 10,000. 10,000 Paragon. And the only reason I know that is because the hacker that took us through the dungeons me and Matt would just stand there at the entrance. The guy would run in. I gotta tell Ryan this. Whole pause.
What's up,
Ryan? Do you remember what that thing was called where you would run in and it would just be wave after wave of enemies? It was just for loot and shit. Like, what were those called?
Mad Moxie's Underdome, right?
No.
Or
it was
Diablo 3.
Oh, Diablo 3.
Okay. Diablo 3 in the city. There would be an obelisk, and you could join your party, and you could jump in and go through a short level with like hundreds of enemies, and it was just to grind for levels and loot.
Maybe? I don't remember the name of it either, but I know I did a lot of them.
Right. So I had to pause for a minute because I wanted to tell you what me...
Diablo 3.
Yeah, so me and Matt,
Stitch.
while we were in the midst of that, we came across a gamer on Xbox Live who had hacked equipment. Like, this is before Blizzard updated it and eliminated that shit.
Yeah.
So sad because it was so wild and exciting at the time. He would talk to us. He'd be like, "Hey, you want me to help you guys level up?" And like, we had no Paragon levels yet. We were max, but we just barely got into the Paragon levels. And he's like, "All right, I got some sweet gear. I'll help you guys level up." And he'd take us in there. We would stand at the doorway of this dungeon, and this dude would whip past us. He'd disappear off in the distance, and we were just watching the XP gauges climb. Just like boom, boom, boom. Because when you're in a party, you got bonus XP.
Yeah.
This guy had gear that was giving him 1 billion XP per kill.
Jesus.
No joke, per kill. And I don't know if you remember, but Paragon took millions upon millions of XP to go beyond. And we found out the limit was level 10,000 Paragon because he capped us out in a 30-minute session of playing with him.
Damn.
It just kept rolling. We kept walking with him, and then he dumped some ridiculous gear and that we took, and when we equipped it, instantly just vaporized every enemy with every hit. And it's like, it's kind of we're kind of not having fun anymore because it's too easy. Like, and it was fun in the moment. It was like ridiculous. Like almost the game glitched.
Game over at that point because it's like, okay, yeah, I am this now, but there's no grind left in this.
No, it was fun in the moment just to see where the limit was, like to see how high you could climb level wise. But then we were gods walking in Diablo 3, and we were pretty much done.
I beat all of Diablo 3 and its DLC within like its free weekend, like years ago.
Oh damn! Like I bought the full game, including the 5th act expansion. You know the I forget what it's called.
Like I own the game now, but I didn't own it at the time, so I binged it.
Dude, I'm gonna say right now, like I'm jumping into the open beta. There's no wait because it's 4 a.m. my time.
Yeah.
I'm in the game right now. But anyway,
it's downloading right now for me, so I'll probably play it this weekend.
Yeah, you should. You got a little window of free time. You definitely should.
I'll probably get to play it before I head over to my buddy Phil's house, and then playing more Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for the share. I know you sent me a message. Let me double check.
You've got my login info.
There it is. Yes, I'm excited about that, dude. Thank you for this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make some content off of it for sure. All right. There's a huge tangent I'll probably cut out, including the intro. So there's probably be a 2-hour episode, even cutting everything because we're almost at the 3-hour mark. So let's end it here.
Yeah.
I still got to go home and write my lesson for tomorrow. Today.
It's only 2 a.m., Nick.
Is it?
For you guys, it's 4 a.m. for me.
Shit.
It's 4 a.m. for me.
I'm going to be doing a lesson on Fruit of the Spirit.
Oh, good. That's a classic. Hopefully it won't be too hard for you to put together. But that being said, guys, I deeply missed you. I appreciate your availability this time around. I look forward to doing it again. Guys, this is hopefully the comeback of Nerdentials podcast. I absolutely believe that. Not a lot to link to other than check us out on YouTube. Got to reboot the website. Nope, it's still what it was there. Will be there again, but we're coming back. We found some time and desire to come back and do this because we had a blast before, and I think we had fun this time. That being said, guys, this is on YouTube, and this will also be on anywhere you find podcasts. This officially, I believe, after our release, the bonus pre-hiatus episode of our Stranger Things deep dive, this will be episode 127. We're not rebooting like is so popular in all the industries. We are just simply coming back. Episode 127, guys. Thanks for joining us, Nick, Ryan. It's been a pleasure.
Always.
Yeah, it's good to see you again, man.
Let's not make it 8 months.
Nope. We're not going to wait that long.
It'll be my birthday this year. If we waited 8 months from now.
Oh, shit. When was your birthday?
November 6th.
Oh, shit. That feels like a while ago.
3 days after Angle. 3 days after Angle.
Happy late birthday on that note.
My birthday's coming up in just a few weeks.
Yep.
Well, let's have another episode before that, because that feels like good and safe to say.
I agree.
All right, guys. I'm gonna cue up the classic outro.
Oh,
it's been a hot minute.
Next week.
What?
Yeah.
What, Nick?
Not this coming Monday, but next
Nick,
next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, what is happening?
Right?
Hmm?
You're older than Phil, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep thinking you're younger than Phil.
Boys, on that note, as always, nerds, we'll see you
On the other
on the
side.
On the other side.